ornamental tarantula. The Goody sapphire ornamental tarantula is the kind of spider that makes you stop and stare. Found in a tiny patch of forest in southern India, this tarantula is a stunning deep blue, a color that seems almost too vibrant for nature. But its beauty hides a tragic truth. Due to habitat loss and illegal pet trade, the Goody sapphire is critically endangered, making it one of the rarest spiders on Earth. This tarantula lives in the holes of old trees, often camouflaging itself against the bark. But if you're lucky enough to catch a glimpse, you'll notice its intricate patterns of electric blue with delicate white and yellow markings. It's a sight that's almost hypnotic, a creature so rare that it's hard to believe it actually exists. The Goody sapphire isn't just about looks. Like most tarantulas, it is a skilled hunter, preying on insects, small lizards, and other invertebrates. It uses its speed and agility to catch its prey, and its venom, while not lethal to humans, can incapacitate smaller animals quickly. Unfortunately, the Goody sapphire's limited habitat range, confined to a small region in Andhra Pradesh, India, makes it highly vulnerable. Deforestation for agriculture and other human activities have dramatically reduced its living space. To make matters worse, its stunning appearance has made it a target for illegal collectors, driving the species closer to extinction. Number 2. Kauai cave wolf spider. Imagine a spider without eyes. That's exactly what the Kauai cave wolf spider is, completely blind, yet perfectly adapted to its environment. Found only in a handful of caves on the island of Kauai in Hawaii, this spider is as rare as it gets. With no eyes and living in total darkness, the Kauai cave wolf spider has evolved to rely on other senses to navigate its world and hunt for food. This spider's pale, almost ghostly appearance is one of its most striking features. Without the need for vision, it has no pigmentation and appears almost translucent. Its long legs and large body make it a formidable predator in its dark cave-dwelling habitat. But instead of spinning webs, the Kauai cave wolf spider actively hunts its prey, usually tiny cave-dwelling crickets and other invertebrates, using its highly sensitive hairs to detect movement. Sadly, this spider is critically endangered due to its incredibly limited habitat. The caves it calls home are under threat from urban development, pollution, and even invasive species. With such a specialized niche, any disruption to its environment could be catastrophic. Efforts to protect the fragile cave ecosystems are underway, but the Kauai cave wolf spider remains one of the rarest spiders in the world, teetering on the edge of extinction. One fascinating aspect of this spider is its reproductive behavior. Unlike many other species, the Kauai cave wolf spider produces very few offspring, with females laying only around 15 eggs at a time. This slow reproduction rate, combined with habitat destruction, makes it especially vulnerable. Conservationists are working hard to ensure that this unique species doesn't disappear from the Earth forever. Number 3. Spruce fir moss spider. The spruce fir moss spider might be small, about the size of a pinhead, but don't let its size fool you. This tiny spider, found in the cool, mossy forests of the Appalachian Mountains in the United States, is one of the rarest spiders on the planet. Its entire existence depends on a very specific type of moss that grows on the trunks of Fraser fir and red spruce trees, which are themselves threatened by environmental changes. The spruce fir moss spider is a master of stealth. Its tiny size and ability to blend into its mossy environment make it nearly invisible to predators and even to researchers trying to study it. Despite its small size, it plays an important role in its ecosystem, preying on even smaller insects and helping to maintain the balance of life in these fragile mountain environments. What makes this spider so rare is not just its size, but its incredibly limited range and specialized habitat. The moss mats it lives in are highly sensitive to changes in temperature and humidity, and with climate change causing shifts in weather patterns, the spruce fir moss spider is at serious risk. Additionally, acid rain and logging have taken their toll on the spruce fir forests, further reducing the spider's already limited habitat. Despite being critically endangered, the spruce fir moss spider has captured the attention of conservationists who are working to protect its fragile ecosystem. Efforts include preserving the remaining spruce fir forests and addressing the environmental factors that threaten them. While this spider may be small and easy to overlook, its story is a powerful reminder of how even the tiniest creatures can be deeply impacted by human activities. Number 4. Deserta's wolf spider. On the small Desertas island off the coast of Madeira, Portugal, lives the Desertas wolf spider, a critically endangered species that's teetering on the edge of extinction. With its impressive size, reaching up to 4 inches in leg span, this is no ordinary spider. But despite its size and ferocity, the Desertas wolf spider is one of the rarest in the world, with habitat destruction being its greatest threat. The Desertas wolf spider has a rugged appearance with a brownish-gray body that helps it blend in with the rocky, arid landscape of its island home. Like other wolf spiders, it doesn't spin webs to catch its prey. Instead, it relies on its speed and hunting skills to chase down insects and other small creatures, making it a formidable predator in its ecosystem. Unfortunately, the Desertas wolf spider's home has been heavily impacted by human activities. The introduction of non-native species like goats and rabbits has devastated the island's vegetation, leading to the loss of the spider's habitat. Today, it's estimated that fewer than 5,000 of these spiders remain, and conservationists are racing against time to protect them. One of the unique aspects of the Desertas wolf spider is its parental care. After laying eggs, the female carries the egg sac with her until the spiderlings hatch. Once they emerge, the tiny spiderlings cling to their mother's back for protection until they are old enough to fend for themselves. This level of care is rare among spiders, adding another layer of intrigue to this fascinating species. Conservation efforts for the Desertas wolf spider include habitat restoration and the removal of invasive species, but the challenges are immense. With such a small and fragile population, even the smallest environmental changes can have a huge impact on its survival. The fate of the Desertas wolf spider hangs in the balance, and only time will tell if it can recover from the brink of extinction. Number 5. Peacock tarantula. The peacock tarantula is another stunningly colorful tarantula native to India, but this one, like its cousin the Goody sapphire, is critically endangered. With its vibrant blue, yellow, and green hues, it's easy to see why the peacock tarantula is a favorite among collectors. But this popularity has also contributed to its decline in the wild, as overcollection for the pet trade has significantly reduced its numbers. Peacock tarantulas are arboreal, meaning they live in trees, and they prefer the tropical forests of central India. Like other tarantulas, they are nocturnal hunters, preying on insects, small reptiles, and other invertebrates. Despite their fearsome reputation, peacock tarantulas are relatively shy and will often retreat to their hiding spots rather than confront a threat. However, when cornered, they can deliver a painful bite, though it's not dangerous to humans unless you have an allergy to their venom. What makes the peacock tarantula so rare is not just its beauty, but also the destruction of its forest habitat. Deforestation in India for agriculture and urban expansion has drastically reduced the areas where this spider can live. Additionally, because they are slow to reproduce, it's difficult for the population to recover from overcollection and habitat loss. Conservationists are working to protect the remaining populations of peacock tarantulas through habitat preservation and by regulating the pet trade. In some areas, captive breeding programs have been set up to help boost numbers, but the future of this species remains uncertain. Number 6. Chilean rose-hair tarantula. The Chilean rose-hair tarantula may not be endangered, but its rarity in the wild is surprising. This striking spider, with its distinctive reddish-brown hairs and docile nature, has become a favorite among exotic pet enthusiasts. Found mainly in the arid deserts of Chile, it's adapted to harsh environments where it uses burrows for protection from predators and the elements. While its calm temperament makes it a popular pet, the Chilean rose-hair tarantula faces challenges in the wild. Overcollection for the pet trade has significantly reduced its numbers, leading to concerns about its long-term survival. The tarantula is slow to reproduce, and while there are many in captivity, wild populations are not so easily replenished. This tarantula has a relatively simple diet of insects and small invertebrates, which it catches with surprising speed for such a large, seemingly sluggish creature. Its venom is not dangerous to humans, though its bite can cause irritation. Efforts are being made to regulate the pet trade to ensure that wild populations are not overexploited. For now, the Chilean rosehair remains a symbol of how even common species can become rare in their natural habitats due to human activities. Number 7. Australian peacock spider. If there were an award for the most charming spider, the Australian peacock spider would win hands down. Known for its vibrant colors and elaborate courtship dances, this tiny spider has become an internet sensation. Found in the wilds of Australia, particularly in grassy and scrubland areas, the peacock spider is as rare as it is fascinating. Measuring just a few millimeters in size, the male peacock spider displays an array of bright, iridescent colors, reminiscent of a peacock's tail, when attempting to attract a mate. But it's not just about looks. These little guys put on quite the show, performing complex dances that involve waving their legs and abdomen in a rhythmic fashion. The performance is not only a marvel of nature, but also a vital part of their mating ritual. If the female isn't impressed, well, the male might end up as her next meal. The rarity of the peacock spider is due to its limited habitat. It's found only in specific regions of Australia, and as with many species, its natural environment is threatened by human activities like agriculture and urban development. Despite its small size, it plays an important role in the ecosystem, keeping insect populations in check. Interestingly, the peacock spider's colorful appearance isn't just for show. It serves as a warning to potential predators that this spider might not be worth the trouble. However, its small size and elusive nature make it difficult to study in the wild, and much of what we know comes from careful observation and photography. The Australian peacock spider is a reminder that sometimes the most remarkable creatures come in the smallest packages. Conservation efforts to protect its habitat are crucial to ensuring that future generations can enjoy the colorful displays and fascinating behavior of this unique species. Number 8. Ladybird spider. The ladybird spider, true to its name, looks like something out of a storybook. Found mainly in parts of Europe, this small spider has a distinctive bright red and black pattern on its body that closely resembles a ladybird or ladybug. But don't let its cute appearance fool you. This spider is incredibly rare, largely due to habitat loss and its very specific environmental needs. The ladybird spider lives in sandy heathland areas, where it builds its burrows and preys on small insects. It's a ground-dwelling species, and unlike some other spiders, it doesn't spin a web to catch its prey. Instead, it actively hunts, relying on its speed and camouflage to ambush unsuspecting insects. Despite its small size, the ladybird spider is a skilled predator, and its brightly colored abdomen serves as both a warning to predators and a way to attract mates. What makes this spider so rare is its dependence on a very particular type of environment. Heathlands where it thrives have been steadily disappearing due to agricultural development and urban expansion. Without these open sandy areas, the ladybird spider has fewer places to live and hunt, and its population has declined significantly in recent years. Conservation programs in parts of Europe are working to protect and restore these habitats, but the ladybird spider remains a symbol of how even the smallest changes in an ecosystem can have a profound impact on its inhabitants. For now, this tiny but colorful spider continues to cling to survival in an increasingly changing world. Number 9. Noble false widow. The noble false widow might not be as rare today, but it once was a curious enigma. Native to the Canary Islands, this spider has since spread to various parts of the world, including Europe and even the United States. Despite its relatively common appearance in some areas now, it remains rare in certain regions outside its native habitat, making it an intriguing species to study. The false widow is often mistaken for the more dangerous black widow due to its similar dark body and bulbous abdomen. However, the noble false widow is far less harmful to humans. Its bite can cause mild discomfort and swelling, but it is not considered medically significant for most people. What makes the noble false widow interesting is how quickly it has spread across the globe. Its adaptability has allowed it to thrive in urban areas, where it often finds shelter in buildings and homes. This spider is a perfect example of how species can expand their range under the right conditions, though in some areas it still remains rare due to specific environmental factors. While not critically endangered, the noble false widow continues to capture attention due to its growing presence and occasional interactions with humans. For many, it serves as a reminder of how adaptable spiders can be, even in the face of changing environments. Number 10. Tasmanian cave spider. The Tasmanian cave spider is a true relic of the past, a living fossil that has survived virtually unchanged for millions of years. Found only in the caves of Tasmania, this ancient species is one of the rarest and largest cave-dwelling spiders in the world. With its massive leg span, which can reach up to 6 inches, and its long, spindly body, the Tasmanian cave spider looks like something out of a prehistoric era. Living in total darkness, this spider has adapted to life underground, where it builds large, intricate webs to catch its prey. Its diet consists mainly of cave-dwelling insects and other small invertebrates, which it hunts with the help of its sharp, venomous fangs. While its venom isn't dangerous to humans, the Tasmanian cave spider is a fearsome predator in its dark, underground world. What makes this spider so rare is its limited habitat range. It is found only in a few isolated cave systems in Tasmania, and the conditions in these caves are crucial to its survival. The cool, moist environment provides the perfect conditions for the Tasmanian cave spider to thrive, but any disruption to this delicate ecosystem could spell disaster for the species. Despite its rarity, the Tasmanian cave spider has fascinated scientists and arachnologists for years. Its ancient lineage provides a unique glimpse into the evolutionary history of spiders, and its ability to survive in such a specialized habitat makes it a true wonder of the natural world. Number 11. Mexican red-knee tarantula. The Mexican red-knee tarantula is one of the most recognizable spiders in the world, thanks to its striking black body and bright red or orange patches on its knees. Native to the deserts of Mexico, this tarantula has been a favorite in the pet trade for decades. Unfortunately, its popularity has also led to its rarity in the wild, as overcollection has dramatically reduced its numbers. In its natural habitat, the Mexican red-knee lives in burrows, which it lines with silk to keep out moisture and predators. It's a ground-dwelling spider, preferring to ambush its prey, usually insects and small lizards, rather than spin webs. Despite its intimidating size and appearance, this tarantula is relatively docile and poses no real threat to humans. Its venom is mild, and while a bite may be painful, it's not dangerous unless you're allergic. The Mexican red-knee is now a protected species under Mexican law, and international trade is heavily regulated to prevent further depletion of wild populations. Captive breeding programs have been successful, and the species remains popular among spider enthusiasts. However, it's a stark reminder of how human activity can endanger even the most well-known species. Conservation efforts continue to ensure that this beautiful spider doesn't disappear from its desert home. The Mexican red-knee tarantula's striking colors and calm demeanor make it a standout among spiders, but it also highlights the need for responsible practices in the pet trade. Number 12. Patu digua. Patu digua is a spider so small, you might not even notice it if it was right in front of you. In fact, Patu digua holds the title of one of the smallest spider species in the world. Native to Colombia, this spider is only about 0.37 millimeters long. That's smaller than the size of a pinhead. With such a tiny size, Patu digua is rarely seen and even harder to study, making it one of the rarest spiders on Earth. Despite its minuscule size, Patu digua is still a predator. Like other spiders, it feeds on even smaller insects, likely using its web to catch prey. But due to its elusive nature and tiny size, very little is known about its behavior or ecology. Researchers have only discovered a few specimens, so much about Patu digua remains a mystery. The rarity of Patu digua isn't due to habitat loss or human impact, but simply because of how small and difficult it is to find. It lives in leaf litter and forest debris, blending perfectly with its surroundings. Its small size makes it less vulnerable to predators, but it also means it's often overlooked. Patu digua may be small, but it reminds us that nature is full of surprises, with even the tiniest creatures playing a vital role in their ecosystems. Number 13. Troglohyphantes troglodytes. Deep in the dark caves of Europe's Alps lives a tiny elusive spider known as Troglohyphantes troglodytes. This rare, cave-dwelling spider has adapted to life in complete darkness, where it thrives in moist, cool environments. Found primarily in the Alps, Troglohyphantes troglodytes is a true troglobite, meaning it's specially adapted to live in caves and cannot survive outside of them. Troglohyphantes troglodytes is an expert at making the most of its dark, damp habitat. Its long, slender legs help it navigate the uneven surfaces of cave walls, and it spins small webs to catch its prey, typically small insects and other invertebrates that also inhabit the caves. Its pale, almost translucent body reflects its adaptation to life without sunlight, where pigmentation is no longer necessary. One of the main reasons this spider is so rare is its highly specialized habitat. The caves where it lives are vulnerable to disturbances from human activities, such as tourism, mining, and pollution. Any changes to the delicate balance of temperature and humidity in these caves can have a drastic impact on the Troglohyphantes troglodytes population. Conservation efforts focus on protecting these cave systems and minimizing human impact to preserve this unique species. With its delicate balance of survival in such a specific environment, Troglohyphantes troglodytes serves as a reminder of how fragile ecosystems can be, especially those hidden from our everyday view. Number 14. Horrid ground weaver. The horrid ground weaver may sound like a creature from a horror movie, but it's actually a tiny critically endangered spider found only in a small area of Plymouth, England. Despite its somewhat menacing name, the horrid ground weaver is more elusive than terrifying. Measuring just a few millimeters in size, this spider lives among the cracks and crevices of limestone boulders in a very specific environment. The horrid ground weaver gets its name from the appearance of its web, which looks disorganized and messy compared to the more structured webs of other spiders. This web helps it catch tiny insects that make up its diet, and it uses the cover of rocks and vegetation to stay hidden from predators. One of the reasons the horrid ground weaver is so rare is its extremely limited habitat. It's found in just a handful of locations, all of which are threatened by urban development. As roads and buildings expand, the spider's tiny habitat is shrinking, putting it at risk of extinction. Conservation efforts are underway to protect its remaining habitats, but the challenges are immense. This tiny spider's name may invoke fear, but its real story is one of survival against the odds. With so much of its habitat already lost, the horrid ground weaver is a reminder of how even the smallest creatures can be impacted by human activities. Number 15. Black lace weaver. The black lace weaver is a spider that, while not globally endangered, remains rare in some regions, particularly outside of its native European range. Known for its intricate webbing, which resembles delicate lace, this spider prefers dark, secluded environments like basements, sheds, and cellars. Its web is designed to trap small insects, which it then wraps in silk before injecting venom to immobilize its prey. Despite its somewhat sinister appearance, with a dark, shiny body and long legs, the black lace weaver is not dangerous to humans. Its bite can cause mild discomfort, but is generally harmless unless you're allergic. What makes this spider rare is its specific habitat needs. It thrives in cool, dark environments, and as urban development increases, some of its natural habitats are being reduced. The black lace weaver is also known for its unique parenting behavior. After the spiderlings hatch, the mother stays with them, even